right, Lily, as you rightly put it, we have only 5 regions that are in now, and out of the 5 regions, only 3 of them have been certified by the electoral commissioner in the person of Madam Jane Mensah. And so if you look right behind me, what is projected in orange there is the provisional report results from the central region, and the certified results from the central region is what has been what has the green label there. Then we go to right beside it is the provisional results from the western region, and of course the certified one, which is in green, also from the western region, as well as the provisional results from the OT region and the certified results from the same region. So I'm sure by now when we say the certified, we know that these results from these regions are the ones that the various representatives of the political parties have checked, and the returning officer, that is in the person of Madam Jane Mensah, has also checked and has endorsed to become certified. Now it is exactly 9 minutes past 8 p.m. here, and if the cameraman can turn the camera around, we still can see the electoral officials still by the fax machines from the various regions in the country, and so far we know that we have only 5 that are in, so it means we have 11 more to go. But it doesn't look like we are going to finish with a collation of the results today, because as we speak, almost all the representatives of the various political parties have left. At the moment, we have only about 4 of them here, and when they were leaving, they mentioned that those who have left mentioned that they are going home and they will come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And so whatever results that comes in, the EC should keep them, and when they come, they will go through before the commissioner can also endorse it. So that's the situation here. So with the media going to be around, but as I mentioned, we have about 4 of the various political parties representatives here. And then let me call on the General Secretary of the CPP in the person of Mr. Kwame Nkrumah Botio to tell us why he decided to stay behind.
Well, I decided to stay behind because when my colleagues from the other political parties were leaving, I was granting an interview to one of the media houses. We have been here for the past 23 hours. The collation room was open at 9 p.m. and so far the EC has done a very good job. We have received 5 of the results, and they have assured us that all the other results will be given to us as soon as they come in. However, looking at the time, we felt it would be best if we go and get some rest and come back tomorrow morning.
Okay, do you still believe that the EC can work around it to declare the results within the 72 hours? Of course, let me put this information here that yesterday the commission corrected that with the 72 hours, it is a convention and not a law binding the commission to do that. They are not mandated to do it, but what they do is to work around, pull up their resources together, and then be able to at least declare the results on time in order to avoid tension in the country. I also want to find out from you, do you think the commission will be able to declare the results within the 72 hours?
They will be able to, because even though it is just a convention, Madam Chairperson of the Electoral Commission stated that if there are a few places that have not come in and they will not make a difference to the overall percentage, those two go ahead and declare. So they'll be able to keep through within the 72 hours, because I think that as long as they have the majority of the votes where they can show that one particular candidate out of the almost 19 million votes had at least 50% plus 1 of those votes, then they can go ahead and declare. So they'll be able to be within the 72 hours.
Mr. Kwame Nkrumah, we have some of the sister political parties saying that so far as the main contender in this election, in the person of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has conceded defeat, the commission should rather fast track everything and then pronounce the results, even if it's today. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I hold a different view. We all know how in 2020, I believe there was some pressure put on the commission and we had more than one result being stated. So this time, the commission wants to do its due diligence and come up with the exact results once and for all. So I think they should take their time. Indeed, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has conceded, but a concession cannot change the law. The law is that it has to be 50+1 as certified and declared by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Otherwise, the results will not be valid. So the Electoral Commission has to satisfy itself that indeed the 50+1 line has been crossed, concession or not. And in a situation where the 50+1 line is not crossed, then there has to be a second round, concession or not. And I believe that in the event that the second runner-up does not want to contest in the results in the election, then whoever was third would have to contest with whoever was first. It is a legal requirement that cannot be circumvented. It has to be 50+1. So assuming at the end of the day, which I think is unlikely with what we are saying, but of course we cannot rely on any other result but what comes from the Electoral Commission. So if at the end of the day there's 49.999%, then there will have to be a runoff. So it's best we all patiently wait, because elections are matters of record. We'll have to have the correct results on record for posterity's sake.
Okay, so the commission in one of its press briefing yesterday mentioned that this particular election has been very seamless, even though we had some situations at some of the polling stations, and of course we've had some electoral officers being attacked and some also being arrested for doing the wrong thing. What is your general impression about this election?
My general impression, I would give the Electoral Commission an A-star. That means that they've had it almost 100% correct. And if you look at the pockets of violence and other things, they were by, I would say, some party faithful and some misguided citizens. And we also had a few Electoral Commission officials. I think I saw a story about somebody tearing off Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's picture. But those are few and far between. Therefore, I would give the Electoral Commission an A-star. Everything has been seamless. In my experience, at my polling station, in less than 5 minutes, I had finished. And I went round to other polling stations, maybe about 6 or 7, and everything was going on very well there.
Thank you very much for making time to talk to us. So, Natalie, yes, most political parties have left, but if my cameraman can still turn to where we have the fax machines, we know that the electoral officials are still on their ground working to ensure that we get the results, the final results ready and declared within the time stipulated. And so here, we are still here, and like I said earlier, out of the 5 results from 5 regions, and that is OT, Western North, Central Region, Ahafo, and then that's of the Central Region, 3 have been certified, and so we are still waiting. There's a long way to go. We have 11 more to come, and then with 11 plus the 2 that has 2 out of the 5 that are yet to be endorsed by the returning officer, it means we have about 13 more to go. Natalie.
Okay, it's Lily here, but Abba, if you can hear me, you mentioned that the political party representatives have left. Which political parties have left?
Representative of GHOne. We also have other parties that have done their tallest of the LPG representative, he has also left. And then we also have a number of them. They have all left. So like I said, out of the 5 representatives, only 4 of them are around at the moment.
So the NDC is there. Is that a case? Because you mentioned that the NPP representative is not there.
Come again with a question.
I'm asking if the NDC representative is there because you mentioned that of the NPP.
Okay, so since we came, I have not seen a rep from the NDC here.
Quite interesting.
I have not seen a rep from I was told that later in the day one of them came, but as we speak, none of them is around at the moment.
Okay, Araba, thank you very much. So that's Evelyn Araba Edu.